Hey guys, we're back with some more team building. Today we are making a much more offensively based team, as in the slowest Pokemon on this team is probably going to be base 70, as opposed to this one where we had we had Conkeldurr. I mean, the rest of the team was still in general pretty alright, decent speed, but well, you'll see. So, starting off once again, our rule of thumb: pick a Mega. Today, I'm going to be making a Lopunny because I think Mega Lopunny is one of the most interesting new Megas that we got. Wait, no, not Lopunny Mega, regular Lopunny. Thank you. Lopunite. Alright. Our ability, I guess it doesn't really matter, but probably Limber, just on the off chance they try to paralyze it turn 1. Okay, Mega Lopunny is going to be the core Pokemon to build around this time. And Mega Lopunny's stats are not bad at all, actually. If we go up here, you can see that it gets 136 attack, 135 speed, which is not bad at all compared to this. So, let's see if we can cook up. Fake Out, definitely, because you can never go wrong having priority. High Jump Kick, because that's part of the whole reason you want to use Mega Lopunny for these two moves, High Jump Kick and Return. Because together with Mega Lopunny's ability Scrappy, she will be able to hit ghosts with either one of those moves, and nothing short of like Aegislash will be able to like deal with it. But Aegislash is banned, and actually it can't deal with it because her High Jump Kick. I guess Gengar would be next in line, because no, Return will still annihilate it. What am I saying? Anyway, Fake Out, High Jump, Return. Let's see. For our final move, we're probably going to want Fire Punch, actually, because only 2 Pokemon on this team are probably going to have fire moves. So just keep that in mind. Max attack, max speed, no reason to run anything else. If I have to pick a nature, it's probably going to be Jolly, just to make sure you outspeed everything. I mean, Adamant would probably be worth it, but I think I'm just going to stick Jolly. And the last 4 EVs can go into defense. Alright, so we got Mega Lopunny. Now we need something to help deal with Mega Lopunny's weaknesses. And specifically, we're looking for stuff to deal with Psychic and Fighting. So next on our list, for a special attacker that can deal with both of those, we got Starmie. And we're also going to be using Starmie as a support Pokemon with one of its moves as well. Leftovers, Rapid Spin, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Size Shock. That should be good enough. Fast Sweeper. So you go Timid, 252 special attack, 252 speed, and 4 in whatever you want. I think we'll go with we'll go with special defense on this one. Analytic. The reason why I'm picking it over Natural Cure is because we're gonna have somebody else in our team to help us deal with statuses if that becomes a problem. And Analytic can actually help you out whenever a Pokemon is switching out, because Analytic will actually trigger on switch. So if somebody's trying to switch out from one of Starmie's attacks, which will generally happen because Starmie's a pretty fast Pokemon, and I mean, its coverage is really, really good, so Pokemon are probably going to try to switch out of it unless they got Pokeballs of Steel and they stay in, but that's a whole other story for another time. So Analytic, that's the way to go. If you want to run Choice Specs here, you totally can, and it's probably a better idea because I'm going to have 2 other choice members on the team, and that way we'd have, you know, 3 pokes with choice items if you want to complete the trinity. But I think leftovers might be a bit more important because we got no way of recovering, and we're going to need to be able to stomach a couple of hits for Lopunny if need be, so that we can rapid spin as well to get rocks out and spikes and web and all that fun crap. Which is another reason why I'm putting a timid nature on Starmie, so that the speed drop, I mean, it'll still affect you pretty badly if you switch it on Sticky Web, but I mean, it's something. You've got to have, you know, some kind of extra measure to help deal with Sticky Web. So now we've got Lopunny and Starmie. Next on our list, we're going to have a failsafe of sorts, Garchomp. Garchomp is going to be our resident chunk blocker, as I like to call it. Focus Sash, Mail, whatever, blah blah. Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and the final move I'm going to have to think about, because I had 2 ideas in mind for what to give Garchomp when I was thinking of this. I think for simplicity's sake, though, we'll actually go with Swords Dance. Now, the point of Garchomp, whenever I make one of these Focus Sash variants, is pretty much what you expect from any Focus Sashed Pokemon. We're going to want Jolly again. Just make sure to, you know, he sets up rocks as quick as you can. Whole point of Garchomp, if you can, send him out turn 1, get rocks up. Hopefully either one of 2 things will happen. You'll scare off anyone who's fearing your Dual Stab, Earthquake, or Dragon Claw, because both of them can still deal a chunk of damage without being adamant and with no boost. Or they're going to try to switch into a fairy or, you know, something of that sort. So hopefully, ideally, you will force somebody out, get rocks up for free, and then save Garchomp for later. Because what you can do is, if either his sash is broken, or just, if you need to send him out to take 2 hits, you can use Rough Skin to help get some extra chunk damage off on a Pokemon that's trying to hit you physically. And that way, you can sacrifice Garchomp to a physical hit, and then bring in somebody who can actually deal with that Pokemon that might, you know, might not be as bulky enough to take the hit, like say Lopunny or Starmie, since both of their defense stats are pretty low, you know, 84 and 85. They're not going to want to come in on a neutral physical hit that Garchomp could have just absorbed, died at 1 HP, and then gotten an extra little bit of damage off in the process. So, always helpful. In my opinion, Garchomp, probably the 2nd or 3rd best stealth rocker you can put on a team. But that's just my opinion. There's people who will argue Ferrothorn, you know, Tracheon, Landorus, all that good stuff. But I don't use legendaries, so 2 of those are out of the question. Now, looking at our team composition, we need something that can deal with ice moves. We need something that can deal with opposing steel types, which currently we don't have to worry about steals too much, because we got Earthquake over here on Garchomp. We've got Lopunny with High Jump Kick and Fire Punch. But like, let's say you run into something like, you know, what would be a good example? Let's say you run into Ferrothorn. No, Ferrothorn would be a bad example, actually, because both your fire moves can deal with that. Well, Lopunny's could, I would guess. Garchomp would have some problems against it because we don't have Fire Blast or Fire Fang. You know what? Moot point. Let's just introduce the next member, Magnezone. He's going to be our local Scarfer, which most Magnezones I make are scarfed with Magnet Pull, so that you can deal with, you know, steel types like Scizor or Ferrothorn if you're predicting them to come out turn 1. Because if either one of them come out turn 1, you don't want Lopunny out to deal with either one of them. even with Fake Out, because, I mean, you're not going to get that much damage off, and especially on Ferrothorn, you're going to trigger Iron Bars, so you really don't want that. And Garchomp, I mean, he ain't going to be able to one-hit KO them without Fire Blast or anything, most likely. And especially if it's Mega Scizor, you're going to have a lot of problems, so. For him, we go Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Flash Cannon, and Hidden Power Fire. Now, Hidden Power Fire will require you to mess with your IVs a little bit, and this is pretty much the best way to edit your IVs around in order to get Hidden Power Fire. I mean, you obviously don't want to lose too much in defense stats, and Magnezone's got pretty good enough special attack where, I mean, one less point in your IV isn't going to do anything. Same for speed. Your speed's so, well, it's not going to be low with the Choice Scarf in our nature, but you still, it won't matter too much that you're missing out on that, you know? So max special attack, max speed, all you really need. Then you can throw the last 4 in defense if you really want. Magnezone will also help us in taking hits for Starmie when it comes to electric and grass moves. It'll also help Garchomp with taking ice and dragon hits, as well as fairy. In fact, I think Magnezone might be our only oh wait, no, I'm a big fat liar. Never mind, ignore me. I was about to say it's going to be our only way of taking fairy hits, but that's a lie, because our next teammate will also be able to do that. Scizor. Scizor will be our backup priority user on the team. And we're going with just the good old-fashioned choice band set that a lot of you are probably familiar with. So Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Knockoff, and for the last move, we'll go probably Superpower. Even though we're going to leave most of the fighting moves up to Lopunny, Superpower on Scizor can't hurt too much, and I'm pretty sure even in this day and age, yeah, Superpower is still recommended on the Banded set. So this is probably the best coverage you're going to get on Scizor with a choice band. 252 HP, no wait, 252 attack, 248, I think it is, HP, and then you throw 8 in special defense. Make him adamant and call it a day. Scizor will also be able to quad resist grass moves for Starmie, if that is ever a problem, which usually it ain't. You don't see grass moves too often. It'll also be able to take ground hits better than most things on the team, bar our last member. I guess Garchomp could take a hit pretty okay as well, but I mean, Scizor, he's the only person on the team that's got significant HP investment, so if you need something to take any kind of ground move, he's probably going to be your only pick. Now for our last member, which is going to be the only real slow member of the team, is Togekiss. Actually, Scizor's pretty slow. What am I saying? Go on, Brent. Togekiss will be our resident cleric, actually. So we go Air Slash, Thunder Wave, Heal Bell, and Roost with Serene Grace. I believe that is the set you want if you're running Heal Bell. And indeed it is. I did all of that off memory. I am awesome. Leftovers, because anytime you have a bulky Pokemon or a cleric, leftovers, absolutely necessary. Heal Bell will also give your other Pokemon a second chance if they get statused or put to sleep or anything annoying like that, as well as helping Togekiss survive any status that it might get inflicted with as well. The only ones that are gonna really care about status are Lopunny and the first three, Lopunny, Starmie, Garchomp, because they're the 3 quickest members on the team, and being put to sleep or being paralyzed are going to be really bad for them. Garchomp won't have to worry about that with Thunder Wave, because it's part ground, so it's immune to that. So you'll be alright on that front. Magnezone also, as a special mention, Magnezone you can throw out on Thunder Wave and stuff, and he'll be perfectly fine because of the way they changed Thunder Wave to make it so that electric types are immune to it. So, just a little afterthought, I guess. EV spread. I know we're gonna want a decent amount of HP. I don't want to say max, but probably something like one more. There we go. 240 HP. We're gonna want. We're gonna want to be able to stomach a couple of hits. So we'll go about, let's say about 100 in defense. I don't think these Togekisses run. Yeah, these Togekisses don't run speed. This one runs max special defense, but I don't really think we're gonna need to run a lot of special defense, or not quite that much. I'm gonna run some. We'll run like about that much. That looks about right. And then the rest we'll just chunk into special attack. We'll make it bold. So we got almost. I mean, it's not perfectly even on the defense investment, but it's a good enough chunk combined with the HP investment. And for special attack, you don't have to worry about that, since this particular Togekiss is a cleric. Damage dealing is not going to be its forte. It's meant to be there for support, to help heal stuff off and crap, or to stomach hits if it needs to for the other teammates. Which, as another tidbit, Togekiss will be your way of taking dark moves for Starmie. Unfortunately, we don't have any way of resisting Ghost or anything like that. The best thing we've got is Lopunny being immune to it, but Gengar is one of the biggest ghosts you're going to run into in OU, and most Gengars are going to run Focus Blast or something like that, and it'll just be a bad day. So just keep it in mind, but don't rely on it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So there we go. We've got every front covered for the most part. Slowest member on the team is Togekiss, but again, you don't need to worry about that, because its speed really won't be an issue if you Thunder Wave something as well, because you can slow them down, which will also be helpful for the other members of the team in case they need to slow something down so they can get a hit off as well. And if you really want to be annoying, you can do the good old-fashioned Thunder Wave Air Slash combo to get some free hits, because 30% chance, Serene Grace doubles that to 60, and yeah, you're gonna get off a couple of hits at least, while you heal up HP and whittle them down. So pretty good Pokemon in general. I've always loved Togekiss. So that's it for this entry. There's our Mega Lopunny team. Hopefully I'll be back soon with another entry, because I'm actually really enjoying making these little team building sections. Team building is always something I've taken a lot of pride and weird joy out of doing. I guess I'm just a pretty boring person like that, but yeah, hopefully this will help you out. You can use the team if you want. Hopefully it'll help you get some ideas for team building of your own. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back soon, most likely, with another video. So see you guys soon.